Hello, viewers. Welcome to this week's episode of The Conversations. Today, we are going to be talking about mental health challenges. I'm Lloyd Chisese. Mental health challenges is a very topical issue which has caused so many challenges within our societies, our communities. We're going to be discussing how mental health issues affect an individual, affect a community, and the levels at which people are affected by the mental health issues. So today, for us to unpack this phenomenon of mental health challenges, we are joined by Masimba Makarara, who is going to be helping us to understand the phenomenon around mental health issues. So probably would want to understand what is that we mean when you say mental health.
When we talk about mental health per se, we are talking about a person's general well-being within their minds, within their thoughts, and how their actions and thoughts affect their day-to-day living and their day-to-day coping of the stresses of life. So basically that is it when we are talking about mental health. It's just the general well-being of the mind. Yes.
So why is it important that we have to have a discussion around mental health issues, or we're supposed to be constantly checking about our mental health? Why is it important?
Okay, so it's important because the way that we think affects every aspect of our lives. What we do, what we say, how we interact with others, how we conduct ourselves around others, how we do our work on a day-to-day basis. So it's important now to focus now on the mental health aspect, as if the mind is unhealthy, like if the body is unhealthy, if the body is unwell, you cannot function properly within society, you can't go to work. It's the same with our minds. If we neglect our mental health, we are going to become sick generally. So we have to look after our mental health and what goes on around in our minds. It helps us cope with day-to-day stresses. It helps us make good decisions on a daily basis, good life decisions, good decisions even at work, at school. So when your mind is mentally sound, you can function properly, you become more productive, you become more aware of even other people's feelings and emotions, and you can actually help others more than when you are unhealthy yourself within the frame of mind. Yes, so that's why it's important as well.
So you alluded to the fact that we're supposed to be looking after our mental health. For example, every day when I wake up in the morning, I have to brush my teeth. I know that I have to brush my teeth. I have to take a shower before I do anything. How then do I look after my mental health?
You have to first understand yourself as a person. Munhu unofanira kuzvinzwisisa kuti inini ndiri munhu akaita sei, handitika ndiri kufunga nemutoo upi. And the moment that you do that, you are able now to see that these thoughts or these actions or feelings are dysfunctional, kuti anoita kuti zvinhu zvidzokere kumashure rather than kuti zviende kumberi. So you have to become aware first of your own self, of your own mind, of your own feelings, especially of your own thoughts, because the thoughts are mainly the things that really affect our mental state on a day-to-day basis, on the general framework, right? The thoughts affect how we think, they affect how we operate within the society. So you have to become aware first, become aware of how you're feeling, how you're thinking, and then try to be more on the positive side of things, because the negative thoughts like inini izvi handizvigone, izvi zvinondinetsa, apa pandikwanise, izvi ndezvevamwe asi zvangu, those thoughts, they bring you back. So if you now focus on the positive side of things, I think I can do it, let me try. If I fail, I will try again, I'll find another way, I've learned, right? So look after what you feed yourself on the positive. Let it be more on the positive side. That way you can make sure that the thoughts that you have do not translate to negative actions. They have to be on the positive side, you see. So look after your own thoughts, look after how you're thinking, right, on the positive side of things mainly. And then do something, be active. Do you know there's this thing chekuti people just think kana tukutaura nezve kuti ufanira kunge uri healthy uchangofocusa nezvauri kudya nekuti kuita exercise. You also exercise your mind. Watch a movie, the movie changes the mood. Watch a comedy, unoswera uchiseka, your mood changes, and you're looking after your mind, and it can read positive things. You find a person who watches depressing things might, just follow suit, because that's what you have fed your mind, and it can. So watch what you feed your mind as well. That way, you keep a balance.
So what are some of the challenges of mental health, the major challenges of mental health?
So when we talk about the mental health challenges now, on the academic side of things now, we have certain things or certain disorders or certain, emotions that people go through or phenomena that people go through that we can now classify as mental health problems, right? So I will tackle on the few that are most common, that are common to the average person, right? There is stress, and which is commonly known as stress. Yeah, stress. The actual name is distress, right? Because there are three types of stress. There is distress, eustress, and new stress, right? Distress is the negative type of stress, and tinogara chinzwa ndine stress zvinhu zvakandiomera chichi and that's distress. And then there is new stress, which is neutral stress. Now that's what it means. It's neutral. It's neutral in the sense yekuti, for example, there's an earthquake which recently happened in Turkey and Syria, and people died, right? And it's a depressing situation. It's a stressful situation in itself, but it does not have a direct impact on you, right? So it's neutral in that sense. It's stress, but it doesn't have a direct impact on you. And then there is eustress, which is the positive type of stress. Like, for example, we have a wedding coming up, right? And there's the preparations going on. People are running around. You are, cake papi, mandress papi, boots papi, and it's stressful, but it's the positive type of stress, because the stress is having a positive outcome in itself, right? So that's so distress is one of the major things that is one of the major mental health challenge that people normally face on a day-to-day basis because of many challenges that go through. And then there is anxiety. Anxiety, which is this feeling of nervousness. You're not really sure of what's going to happen. Pane zvoda kuitika, munhu akamirira visa rake riri kudelay. So what's happening is you get this feeling of uneasiness, and it is usually associated with being uneasy. My symptoms are high, increased heart rate, increased breathing, headaches, and just a general feeling of uneasiness, right? And then we have depression. Right? So depression is like one of the major things which is being talked about nowadays, right? Depression is a prolonged feeling of sadness associated with lack of interest in the things that we used to like, and isolating yourself from the society, from everyone, having also suicidal thoughts. People with depression, usually have suicidal thoughts. So those are some of the three major mental health challenges that people face on a day, or the average person on a day-to-day basis. Yes.
Thank you so much, Masimba, for what you've tried to unpack already. We've spoken about what is mental health, the importance of mental health, and the major challenges that are found within the mental health phenomenon. So probably in our next episode, we are going to continue to talk about, can we prevent mental health problems, and what are the cures of mental health. So viewers, join us once again next week as we discuss the issues of mental health.